Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and today I need to talk about Season 1 of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League because it is fun, but not nearly enough to keep anyone engaged for the entirety of the season. And I know there's going to be a mid-season update with a new episode, but that has to deliver in a way that I don't know if it's possible. So let me just jump in on my thoughts real quick. Personally, I believe that in baseball terms, they needed an out-of-the-park grand slam, and instead they got a little single to left field, nothing crazy. It's a solid update, but not enough to keep people coming back and not enough to keep people engaged long term. So, the good, Joker is a lot of fun. His traversal is not as good as some of the other characters, but his kit is fantastic. A lot of different variety of builds that I very much enjoy. Leveling him up was an absolute blast, and there's a lot of potential ways to build him and use him across all different types of content in the game so far. I think he is fantastic, and I'm a massive fan. He is definitely a character that I'm going to keep in my party pretty much at all times, and will probably main for at least the next couple months whenever I decide to dive back into the game. Now, the other good thing about this update, weapons and weapon designs, the grenades, all that kind of good stuff, all of that is very good. I do like the new poison and fear mechanics. I'm very much a fan of the Polka Dot Man's grenade. I think it's the best grenade in the game right now. There's a lot of upgrades that I feel like have improved overall build quality, which is a good thing. And then the quality of life changes we got. A lot more people can play the game right now after fixing some of the issues. We have a lot of changes, such as to killing time, that have made these other activities significantly better. So overall, those are all wins, and I think a step in the right direction. However, with this Joker update, they needed a massive hit, and this is not it. The 5 incursion missions we have for the Fear episode feel very similar to what we had before. Yes, they're a little varied. There's some changes to there, but not enough to really keep anyone from differentiating from the past incursions that we already have. I don't think it's enough of a change. We have hoped for a PvEVP mode or a dungeon or raid type mode or something unique feeling in this game, and that just did not arrive. We were hopeful that strongholds would be coming, and they haven't arrived in the game as of yet. And so because of all that, we have a massive gap in content. The game is fun to play, in my opinion. Not everyone agrees, but I think the characters, the traversal, the combat, all of that is fun. We're just missing content that is worthwhile. Again, I personally like the leaderboard aspect. I like a horde mode to test my build a little bit. I do think killing time as it stands is a fun mode, especially to just grind out a bunch of gear, test your build, see how far you can go. I think that's a cool idea, something that even Destiny is just now adding to the game all these years later. However, that alone is not enough to keep people engaged, especially if you run it a few times and then you're like, okay, what else can I do? And that's really where this game is struggling, and I don't know if they can drop enough content all at once to get people excited. What they need in order to turn this around, the only possible way, and I know some people will never give this game a chance, but they need a free-to-play weekend coinciding with a sale after a major content drop. If they do all of that, there is potential. We've seen games turn around before. We saw it with Fallout 76. We saw it with No Man's Sky. We've seen it with a lot of games in the past that have struggled initially and really made the turnaround. But you need the right set of circumstances in order to make that happen. There is not a lot of competition right now in the looter shooter space. A lot of those people are playing Helldivers, but I do think there's the potential for a looter shooter to really capitalize on this lull in the industry. Even now, until the final shape, and then maybe a couple months after the final shape with Destiny 2 would be the perfect time to do so. And it just feels like there's no way that it's going to be Suicide Squad at this rate, if this is going to be the amount of content we get with a new season with a new update. They just needed way more. I know that's not really possible based on the turnaround time of how long it takes to make content, but with a game in development as long as Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, they had to have seen this coming, and that's where I think it's a bit of short-sightedness. We've seen it in the past. Gamers will chew through content, so if you drop everything all at once, it's going to be deleted almost instantly, and then now you're looking for what's next. And if what's next is just tiny morsels at a time, it's probably not going to draw people away from all the other fantastic games that are out there. And so ultimately, as much as I enjoy Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, unless they shadow drop some insane type of thing, like, again, the rumored PvEVP mode, I don't know how much people are going to grind this season. I've already got my Joker to max level. I'm already working on my mastery levels and my builds, and so a week from now I may be tapped out on what I can do without something new on the horizon, and that's really a bummer for somebody who wants to play this game. I thought there would be more story content, maybe new missions to play through. I thought there would be an explanation on what happened with the Justice League and Brainiac a little bit more as far as what's coming next as well. I think all of that is what I was looking forward to, and to not have that is just a bit of a disappointment. I'm still enjoying the game. I'm still going to play it. I got the Battle Pass included because I got the deluxe version. I have the game still. I will play all the new characters as they drop, whenever and if they do drop as well. But overall, I don't think this is a good sign for the future of the game, and that really pains me to admit it, because even Avengers gave me a couple years worth of playtime. No, it wasn't perfect, but every time they dropped new content, I felt like it was worth jumping in, checking it out, playing the new story missions, playing the new character who came out at that time, getting excited about whatever new content, whether they did drop a raid eventually, they did drop some other endgame missions as well, and I think all of that is what is missing. We need a massive boss that isn't Brainiac and doing the same fight that we've seen in the game a couple times. We need some kind of new content, and I don't know what that is, but it needs to be innovative enough to get people excited again. Anyway, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. I know I rambled a bit here, but have you been playing Season 1 of Suicide Squad? If so, what have you enjoyed about it? What do you dislike about it? Let me know in the comments down below. My name is JoPa. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you do want to see more Suicide Squad content from me going forward, I'll have some builds and stuff here in the next couple of days. Like, comment, subscribe. My name is JoPa. Have a good one. I'll catch you all later.